And just the last thing I want to ask you about in terms of last week, and people had something to say. Devin Haney, he shared on his story some comments about Floyd. They were disparaging, he called him a bum, this and that. Why do you think Devin felt the need to take time out of his weekend to talk about Floyd? Because it seemed like all three of these guys
All the
did
ones,
not interested in making a fight, but they took some time out, right,
well,
to
Floyd,
address him.
Floyd, Floyd, we had beef, not beef, but Devin always been kind of shouting out since Floyd buckled him when he was getting ready for the Gamboa fight, and Floyd was his training partner and whipped his ass. And Mason and it was there, and so was the other video guy that's hating that I say you got the video, you got the footage, you was filming. So when he broke his hand trying to get out that ring from Floyd. So I could see on him, oh, yeah, buck, because they want to discredit him so he don't get the title shots to take over their ass. So that's why they trying to block him out of there. And nobody falling for that. And let me tell you, all these fighters are great fighters. I don't want anybody to say pop hate. And I love all of them. I watched them grow up, and all of them made it. It was hard. It's tens of thousands of boxers trying to make it. And they only let a handful of them in, like 10 at the most, each like season. So we was the ones that made it. So I'm happy for the Shakurs, Keyshawn, Devins. Like I think we more like from me when I'm doing it is of the competitive nature, like rapping. Let's challenge, let's do it. But it's not of the disrespectful nature like these guys are and talented. I just want to put that out there so people don't think I'm hating. I'm not hating on them. They greats. That's why we want to fight them.
There you go. No, it's well said. Well said. Let me ask you just one other thing
Plenty
in
of
terms.
time. Plenty of time. Go
We
ahead.
cooking, we cooking, we cooking. Everybody in the chat, look, I appreciate y'all rocking with us. Our chat has grown while you've been on here, so thank you for joining us.
Good. They can ask
Obviously,
their
people,
questions.
yeah, they wanna be here and hear you talk, and we'll review some of their questions in a second. Let me just get your thoughts on this. Last weekend, I'm in upstate New York, right? I'm at the while you guys had your fight, I was at Hopes and Conceição or
Right.
Shaki Foster in Verona. And I'm there. I run into a few people. I run into Regis Prograis. I run into specifically Robert Garcia and Tim Bradley. And I asked them both about this Tank Roach fight in different ways. Let me give you Tim Bradley's comments and just get your thoughts on it. So I asked Tim Bradley, what do you think about Tank Roach? Do you think that people aren't giving Roach enough credit? This is a better fight, than maybe people think. And he basically addressed that by kind of giving his opinion on where he sees Tank's career and his decision making, and he was not a fan of it. And to surmise all of that, I'll say he said Tank is, starting to look like a 30-year-old prospect. What are your thoughts on that? Do you agree? Do you think Tim has a point? Do you think that Tank, he could have made more competitive fights and he hasn't for whatever reason? Or do you think maybe he's getting, more flack than he should? Where do you stand on it, Pop?
What weight do Roach fight at?
130?
He's not 135. He's not fighting at 135 like us. He skipped over number two to go to 130-pound champion, a guy lighter, campaign in the lighter division. But that's the Mayweather way. Mayweather did that type of stuff. Y'all got to understand that's where he learned it from. That's the way they make their money. I'm not going to crap on him. If that's what he want to do, that's what he do.
Do you agree with Tim? Do you think that Tank right now isn't like setting himself apart in his career enough, especially at this point? Is he hurting himself by not taking these fights?
I don't
Like
think
these
he
tough fights?
when he make it 20 and $30 million a fight, I don't think he hurt himself at all. And I think once he got that first taste of that shit, he like, fuck what the fans want. I'm going to get these bags the easiest route possible. And he earned it. He earned it. Whichever way he did it, he earned it. So I don't agree with it because my son want legacy. So my son don't care which way he got to get it. He want legacy. He don't care about the cash because that cash they get now without investing it right is gonna go away. But legacy you always eat. Movies, this, you'll always be able to make a bag. So I don't know. I don't agree with their way. I think their way will end up making them bankrupt. They make
Got-
more money, spend more money. When that money stop coming in like that and they used to keep spending, then what?
Yeah. No, I hear you. I hear you. Now, Robert Garcia, when I asked him the same question, he basically said, look, man, I just want to see Tank challenge himself. If he's not going to fight a champ at 135, he should have went up to 140. He should have fought a guy like Rayo, which was a rumored fight. Do you think that if he's not going to fight at 135, do you think it's time to see Tank at 140?
I think it's something when the whole boxing community, even these legendary coaches and commentators, is saying the same thing. I think it's a brand, whoever running Tank brand, they need to look and address that because you got to satisfy the fans. They first. So I don't know. They're not satisfying their fans if the boxing community is asking for something more challenging. Why would you challenge a 130-pound person if you're the face of boxing at 135 or 140? Well, everybody else around these divisions, that could have been an exciting fight. Why would you get somebody that nobody truly know at a way lighter? They corny. That's corny, but that's their thing. I can't say much on it. That's them.
Got you.